welcome back to my channel. I'm Caroline, and that's the end. I thought there was more about who I am, but that's all I have to say about that. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I like to share interior design ideas, my approach to decorating for clients, for myself, and today we're getting back into it. And I wanna talk to you guys about a topic I'm very passionate about. Designing in reality with budgets. In order to achieve a beautiful home and a beautiful interior, you don't need to max out your budget with every single item you purchase. If you want to have a beautiful space and you live in reality like I do, you have to choose which items you're saving on, which items you're investing in order to invest in that super luxury sofa that you're gonna keep for years and years. Maybe you need to save on your side tables. What's great about bringing those higher end items is they're gonna elevate the more basic side table that you put next to it, and you're not gonna really be able to tell the difference when you mix them all together. Big hack. In addition, we can't talk about design without talking about organization and without talking about systems that support the habits of your lifestyle. If you don't have systems and organization to support an organized home and a clean home, whatever that standard of clean is for you, then it really doesn't matter what the design is underneath. If you can't see the carpet underneath a pile of papers, then really who cares what the carpet is? So design and organization is key. I know I've made fun of, I would like to call them the serial killers who go really hard on pantry organization, but the truth is, if that's what they need and that's what works for them and that's what keeps their kiddos fed and they know where the snacks are, or that just feeds their soul, then really it's the right choice for them. For me, I usually have the clutter in my living rooms, especially working from home, so I need really good systems to support that. Otherwise, there's no point putting design energy into my living space because I'll never see it underneath the clutter. So these are two subjects I'm super passionate about, and I think the best way to dive into both of them is to bring you shopping at IKEA with me. As you may know, I moved into my own apartment about 2 months ago. It's the first time I'm living fully on my own, no roommates, no boyfriend, nada. And it's so fun to be able to discover and define exactly what my systems are for living and supporting my lifestyle. It's a very selfish world I live in right now. It's me all the time, and I am not tired of it yet. I do honestly sometimes worry about what living alone is doing to my ability to compromise in relationships, because right now, there's no compromising. What I say goes. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday again. Today is a Monday. I had a design meeting earlier, which is why I'm looking cute as heck, which brings me to the topic of the sponsor of today's video. Let me tell you about Lilysilk. Dude, I'm so excited about this sponsor. Lilysilk is a luxury silk brand that is committed to affordable luxury lifestyle. All of their products are made from the finest grade 6A mulberry silk, all at honest prices. With Lilysilk, you can find all kinds of quality silk products, blouses, pajamas, pillowcases, bedding sets, girl, they got all of it. Also, just look at how beautiful their packaging is. I feel like this would make such a good gift for somebody. It's beautiful packaging, which I can't get over. I'm such a sucker for packaging. Mulberry silk also has lots of beauty benefits because it keeps in moisture. That prevents frizz and breakage for your hair because it's keeping in all that moisture while you sleep. And if you're like me and you've got some wild allergies, it is amazing for allergies because it's a natural mold and dust repellent. So that's good, okay? This is what I wore today to my design meeting. I'm talking about, boom, yes. It's so soft, it's so beautiful. I love the little details on the cuffs. Ooh, OMG. Also have this beautiful sleep mask, which is so breakfast at Tiffany's. Also this amazing, beautiful silk pillowcase. If you haven't slept on a silk pillowcase, you haven't slept. First of all, you'll feel like the richest queen in the land. It's so soft, it's so smooth. I don't want to take this off. This is so freaking cute. Also super breathable. It's a natural temperature regulator, so you're never getting too hot, you're never getting too cold. It is like very calming and stabilizing to your body temperature. If you got some like weird sleep temperatures at night, you gotta look into it. And in the meantime, you're feeling like a saucy, smooth luxury gal or guy. I've talked about this before, but I just like to wear what I feel good in. And for me personally, that thing that makes me feel good is like being very like sweet, feminine. That's my vibe. Anytime I'm going to a design meeting, I am representing my sense of style. I want to represent that in what I'm wearing as well. That's why you always see me a little more dressed up, a little more buttoned up. Even if I'm going to pick up the wallpaper from the manufacturer, if I'm going to talk to a contractor, whatever it is, I want them to take me and my business seriously. That is the product ultimately that I'm selling. Whether it's in how I dress, or in the room, it's really about like a lifestyle that you are bringing to your client. I'm so excited about this brand. Lilysilk has collaborated with like Gwyneth Paltrow, Melissa Roach, and Meghan Trainor, which like and also now me. So what a big day for Gwyneth Paltrow. I feel excited for Gwyneth Paltrow. This is a big day for her. You guys can also use my code to get 12% off everything at Lilysilk. The code is Caroline12. And if you're wondering how they came up with that, it's because the 12 part is the percent you get off and the Caroline part is actually my name. All right, should we go to IKEA? Girl on the street and I just made like too much eye contact. And she was looking at me like that was my fault. If we made eye contact, it meant you were looking at me too. Literally the exact amount of times that I was. Don't give me that. This is a shared error. Since working as a designer for a residential interior design boutique business and now for my own business, the biggest lesson I've learned is that everyone has a budget. No matter where they are with their income or where they are in the country, nobody is dreaming about decorating within their means. Everybody's vision extends a bit beyond their budget, and so it's really important to learn how and when to save on costs. Ooh, I'm getting excited. Ooh. Not the direction I meant to drive. One of the most important rules of IKEA is you can't go in there unarmed. You have to arm yourself with a shopping list. Otherwise, yeah, I'll lose my life savings in there. We gotta go unprepared. I got my shopping list. I got my measurements. Make sure you're coming prepared with your measurements. And we're gonna go. Yeah, always bring a measuring tape. So we're preparing physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, just ready to explore. Oh, such a high walking into IKEA. So obviously at IKEA, the marketplace is downstairs, but it's so good to walk around in the showroom just to get ideas about styling, how they put things together. I immediately saw tea light candles, which I love. I knew I didn't want this color, but I had to put them in the bag just so I knew I had some candles. I definitely just wanted white though. They're just such a good price. I always stock up at IKEA. Saw this little bread or pastry shelf. For me, this is the kitchen organization I need because I love to have stuff out on the counter. Another great option is a Lazy Susan. I've used this in a bathroom as well. Just gives you easy access to a lot of items. These dining chairs I thought were really lovely for like a wooden dining chair with very thin, delicate lines. This dining table is basically the table I have in my living room already. I actually almost bought this table like years ago. Have been thinking about it ever since, but ended up finding the one I have on Facebook Marketplace. Important announcement, these cookies are the best cookies you'll ever eat. That's all I have to say. These cookies were the most important thing I put in my shopping bag. One thing I do need is all kinds of kitchen cooking equipment, which I don't need to spend $1 million on a whisk, so I'm definitely gonna be getting a lot of stuff here. I'm not a super fancy chef. I just need the basics to make my kitchen functional. Got a sweet little whisk set. Perfect, does the job. Don't need a fancier whisk than that. I think it's like $1.99. Do not try to sell me a more expensive whisk than that. No, thank you. Got a very cute little wooden spatula. Because it's wooden, it's still pretty to have out. I do have a plastic spatula, but that's not the sexy one for when guests come over. In the bag it goes. Really nice pots and pans. I love these kind of pastel colors. Pink, all about the pink all day long. They also had a really nice kind of like sleek matte black set. I didn't need any pots and pans, but I did need a strainer for all my fruits and veggies. Thank you. Go heavy on the dish towels. I'm a filthy, filthy mess of a slob most of the time. I like to vary the scale and pattern on the dish towels. Get a couple so you don't have to worry about them. You always got them at the ready. I have used this little like utility rack before. You can put it even above your sink. You can hold coffee cups up there. You have like different hooks for buckets and things. Very useful. Cutting boards. If you see a cutting board at an affordable price, you get it. That's the end of the sentence. You don't ask any questions. You just get it. I did not need this, but I did take it and I did buy it. I've owned this other IKEA cutting board before, which is nice because it's so big and it has like a little lip to go over the counter. Very helpful. Almost liked these little bowls, but a little too yellow for me. Here, I returned back to my love, this little bread. Oh, whoa. I had a little trouble grabbing the bread tray that I saw earlier. Eventually it worked out. That was difficult. Okay, I just walked into a very dangerous section. This is where I need to keep my wits about me because I'm in the flatware, glassware, dishware section. I'm about to I'm about to burn some money. OMG, OMG, OMG. Oh, I love him. Oh yeah, oh, we love him. I do really love to collect plates and glassware. And the reason for that is that you're physically interacting with it. It's like the one part of your design in your home that you're intimately interacting with, you know, like in your hands, in your face. And one of the best compliments that I've ever had from a friend, a girlfriend, Lean, came over. I did her kitchen nook makeover in another video, and we had dinner or something, and the next day she texted me, she was like, I've never thought about how lovely it is to have great glassware until I was over at your place, and you've inspired me to get more. It's just a lovely, literally sensory experience. Are you kidding me with this guy? I love him. For the single colored plates and glassware, I love the ridges and the textured detailing. Otherwise, I like to add a little bit of a pattern. And when I'm looking at these different plates, I'm thinking about which ones I could layer to have as a set. I don't know what this shaped dish is for. That's confusing to me, but it is really pretty. I was really tempted by the green, but ultimately ended up finding a pink set, 50 bucks for a whole dining set. Very tempted by this glass teapot. I like that it's kind of sleek and modern. Oh, these guys are so sweet. And also tempted by this teapot. I love a sleek, modern teapot. I don't know why that feels so good. Sweet little coffee container. I did end up getting this because I hate pulling my coffee out of the bag. I want to have it in like a sealed container. And I will say I was disappointed a little bit for IKEA with IKEA's flatware. I wanted something a little bit cuter, but these are literal spoons and literal forks. They are functional, so I did grab some of them, great price. I love these like hot drink canisters. I don't really have any purpose for them. I stood there and debated with myself for a while if I could justify buying them. I couldn't. I really don't have anything I would put in them. But if you drink like hot stuff on the side of a soccer game, I feel like you need one of these. Pretty much love anything made of glass. I do, again, I'm on a budget, so I'm trying not to buy things redundantly. I do already have a carafe, but I love these glass carafes, and I've owned these kind of rose-colored glasses before. They're not plastic, they are glass. They're really lovely, so pretty, kind of have a retro diner feel. And these are fluted vases, also in the rose glass, which I would use that as a drinking glass. I have a hard time believing that's a vase, but I think any of these are lovely, lovely options. A little bit attracted to these lamps. They're bizarre and space agey. These are the tea light candles I was looking for, thank you. Held out, I could get rid of those red ones now. $4.69 for like 5 million candles, so good. I love these lampshades. You can't tell because of the light, but they had like a black version, a green version, a white version. Just a really nice glow, and this kind of little scalloped cutout on it I think is a really nice simple touch and really affordable for a lampshade. Same as these sconces. I'm into that sconce. So I'm in the sofa section, and I've definitely owned an IKEA sofa before. For where I'm at now, I would prefer to invest in like a higher quality sofa that's more comfortable. Your sofa is where you're probably spending most of the time experiencing your living room from. So I chose to invest in my own apartment in a higher end sofa, and then I'll save on some of the smaller items that don't need to be super high end and expensive in order to be really functional. But for me, a functional couch means one that's really durable and also very comfortable for, you know, more than just a few months. That being said, having talked all that crap about IKEA couches, I did see one or two that I liked and I thought looked pretty plush. Both of these couches, I felt like I liked their really classic design, and they did feel super comfy. So it all depends on where you're at in your budget, where you're at in investing in the items for your home. For a college, for apartment living, like this could be a really great option. I get that, I see that. And these chairs, these are like super English country house style chairs. I would definitely go for these chairs. I would probably take off the armrest cover, whatever they are, to make it a little less frumpy. Put a nice accent pillow on top to give it a little more interest. Some kind of patterned accent pillow, that could be great. I'll tell you what I hate. What I will never buy is this style of IKEA sofa. I see it all over the place, and like even in the images on the website, it doesn't look comfy. Like I haven't even bought it yet. It already doesn't look comfortable to me. I don't understand people purchasing this sofa. I'm not about it. I don't wanna sit on that. And the metal legs, I don't like that kind of like industrial metal leg. No, thank you. Thought these vases were super cute. I love just like the kind of etching on the side. What's it called? The ridges. I thought that could be really beautiful on its own. I like to get vases that also look good without flowers in them, because sometimes you ain't got time to get flowers. Ooh, I just spotted one of the credenzas that I've been considering. Okay, this is the guy. It's super long, but not too deep, and very like modern. Everything else in my living room is like pretty traditional, and for me, I hate doing all one style. That falls really flat and it doesn't feel very creative or interesting. It feels like just copy and pasting. You know, it's like style by numbers. I like to mix styles. So since everything is so traditional, I definitely want to go more modern, most likely with a credenza. And this is so incredibly functional. I love that they have like the push close. And it has like a more like acrylic or something top. And this one I know comes also without feet. It could be floating, and it can come with different fronts. So I want to look at the other options though. I did find on display a slightly shorter version of the floating credenza. I couldn't find examples on display of the different facades, but I went on the website. I know which one I want. I probably want like a 4-unit credenza floating right in my living room. It's not too deep. I think I want to go just with a white high gloss to make it kind of modern and different from everything else in the room. And I don't want to do a color. I just want it to blend in. Not everything in your space can be the showstopper. Like, you can give one item the attention that's gonna bring down the house. For me, it's not gonna be the credenza. Bring down the house. Who do I think I am? I thought this wood front was also really nice with the credenza. I'm also kind of into the concrete front. So I'm gonna order that online. We'll see where I end up going. I owned this TV console unit before and I loved it. Again, it was really lovely. This was like the first sort of expensive piece of furniture I ever bought, still IKEA. But I loved it, would buy it again. And this is another option that's super traditional. This Lommarp line at IKEA is one of the more traditional lines I've seen there. Everything else there is so modern and Scandinavian, but if you're like me and you do like traditional taste, this has really nice details. Even the pulls are really cute. They've got a bookshelf, they got dressers. I think they have like side tables. If I didn't already have so much traditional stuff in my house, I would definitely be getting this. Big recommend. Love to walk around and look at all the different IKEA kitchens. If I was renovating a home, which I shan't be, they have some really great options. It just is nice to get ideas about organization, what you do like to see out, what you don't. So I'm not renovating a kitchen because I'm renting, but whenever I do have my own kitchen to do, I would definitely use IKEA cabinets. If you are renovating a kitchen, I would look into some of these amazing companies that specialize in making custom fronts for IKEA cabinet bases. None of these are sponsored, but all these companies specialize in those custom fronts, and then you can save on the IKEA cabinet base that really doesn't need to be custom woodwork, but still have that totally custom look by doing the custom facade. I would definitely use one of these companies if I was renovating. For now, I'm just renting in my apartment, but you know, a girl can dream. IKEA has really, really amazing options for curtains, and they come super long and they're super affordable. And I wanted to do a green curtain in my living room. I might look into these. I really was into the green curtains. I would have bought these, except they didn't have them in the correct length that I needed for my windows, so I might get a longer one and see if they have it online. Always want to get those curtains higher and wider than your windows to just kind of expand everything. It's really gonna open up your space. I've had their blackout curtains before. They also have really cool curtain rails where you can get your curtain rods to kind of like go around corners and stuff. They're pretty much a pain to hang up, but they do exist and they can be a really nice solution in your space. Love looking at all the different bedrooms. I love this just like very calm bedroom setup that they have. Into these arches, I wish they could sell me an arch. That's lovely. Then I got into the children's bed section. Let me talk to you about that. Okay, let me talk to you about this bed. It's called an extendable bed. It grows as they grow, I believe is the tagline, and I know that because I almost bought one when I was living in New York in a room that couldn't fit a human-sized bed. And I wanted to buy one of these shrinkable beds. We're in the kids section. That was a pretty big fight with my boyfriend. He wasn't down with that. Didn't get it, but I did buy a child's bed in the end. I don't know what this plate is for, but I have strong feelings for it. I did really consider getting it, but I'm not actually certain what it is. I wish I could use it as a dog bowl for a dog I don't have. This vase, again, the fluted sides, I had to get it. I always love a white vase because I own a lot of tables that are dark surfaces, so I always love putting a contrasting color vase, is the word I was thinking of, on top of it. The contrast is the best. Leaving IKEA, that was some successful shopping. It's very loud. Woo! Okay, that was a successful IKEA shopping trip. But other hottest tip that I'm only remembering now is to go to IKEA. Like today, it's a Monday. I showed up at like 3 o'clock. There was 2 people in there. There was nobody in there, and that's the best, especially if you have spatial anxieties like I do. All the people with their stupid carts in the hallway. Going to IKEA on a Saturday with all the people, all the simple people and their simple carts who like don't know how to turn or don't recognize when they're standing in the middle of an aisle. That's not gonna work for me. We're gonna have a bad day. Yeah, I think the last time that I went to IKEA on a weekend, there was bloodshed. That's probably the hottest tip I can give. But I feel really happy. I got so many household basics today. It really didn't cost me that much. It was like 200 bucks, and I got maybe a million things for my kitchen, stocked up on candles, things like that, vases, accessories, all of those accessories and little things that don't need to be $1 million. It's like, either it's a vase or it's not a vase. It doesn't need to be a vase made of gold. It's starting to rain. I'm a sleepy girl. I'm tired. I'm gonna drive home. But you guys, that was the whole video. Had a lot of fun bringing you to IKEA. If you liked the video, give it a like, give it a comment or something. It'll make me feel good. Subscribe. I do lots of interior design stuff, but also vlog content, rambling about mental health, my inner monologue. YouTube is basically my diary. So if you want to read my diary, subscribe. What else? Nothing else. No more words. I'm done. I've said enough. Have a great day. Bye.